Buckle up, it's long. In 2013, I met my husband. I was happy to know he had family in the state because my family was 2 states away. I met his family. I saw how my husband was with his nephew, and he was the one. We wasted no time, and I got pregnant. By the way, this comes from ex-Stiltner, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to r/OKStorytime subreddit. Shortly after the announcement, my mother-in-law's townhouse lease was up. I told her if she'd like, her sister-in-law and nephew could move in with us. It would help us all save money. They agreed. Shortly after sister-in-law got a job as a server, mother-in-law and I would watch nephew. But sister-in-law would always be staying out late and later each night past restaurant closing time. Mother-in-law's car stopped working, so I then had to start driving everyone to work. I shortly found out why sister-in-law was staying out so late after me picking her up one night from work and her asking if we could stop at the bar to say hi to friends. She said she would be quick, so nephew and I stayed in the car. After an hour, I had to go inside and track her down because she didn't answer her phone. She was with several guys and girls chilling on the back patio smoking cigs with her phone screen up on the table, so I know she got my calls. After seeing me, she quickly got up and said she needed to close her tab and she'll be out. On the way home, she was asking me if her friends could come back to our house. Me being the people pleaser said, sure. No. Everyone has to be gone by 1 a.m. when hubby gets off work because he'll want to just go to sleep. One guy showed up, which is her now husband. I did let her know I didn't want random men staying the night and double checked that he would be going home. He did not go home that night, and this continued after voicing my concern and being ignored. A few weeks later, I was outside and saw 2 cats walk up to me. They looked just like the cats my sister-in-law had that she gave away before moving in. I called her outside to see them, and she told me the person gave them back, so she brought them to our house. Before moving in, I told her no pets because the leasing agreement said no pets. I'm mildly allergic, and I don't want the fur around when the baby comes. She told me they are primarily outside cats, so they wouldn't be in the house other than at night. I agreed. Stop agreeing! A day or 2 later, one of the cats got sick. We took him to the vet, and the outdoor cats became indoor cats. No! With one simple request, they must stay in the basement. This arrangement works, minus a few times my nephew who accidentally let them out. This worked well until it didn't. It was time to give birth. I was gone from the house for 2 days when I got home and went to lay the baby down in his bed. There was a cat in the baby's bed. This particular cat had long hair and feces in his fur. Poop would get stuck in his butt for yikes. I saw red. I told sister-in-law she had 3 weeks to figure out new placement for the cats or I will. Came nothing. I posted them on Craigslist and found them a new home. I am the a-hole here, but my buttons were pushed. Shortly after the baby came, my husband and I decided we all needed to go our own way. We paid for 2 months on the old house to give mother-in-law and sister-in-law time to figure out things. After 2 months, sister-in-law moved in with her boyfriend, and mother-in-law stayed with us for a while until she got a place. My sister-in-law got pregnant in 2015 and had a rough pregnancy. So the whole year we made accommodations for her, such as for Thanksgiving and Christmas, I cooked and brought the food to her house. So she didn't have to leave home, even though I lived only 8 minutes away. She would call because she needed something. I'd go out and get it for her and drop it off. This would become a trend even after the baby girl came. I didn't mind doing these things because it made me happy to help and makes things easier for others. After her baby came, my nephew's dad started feeling some type of way about seeing my sister-in-law moving on with her life and asked for split holidays, which meant more accommodations for sister-in-law. For instance, if nephew was with his dad for Christmas, we waited until the next weekend to celebrate. This happened for Easter, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and birthdays. Also caused a lot of problems for my husband, who had the actual holiday off but worked the weekends. So he'd never get to go to the holidays, which cheapens the holiday for my son, my husband, and me because my husband wasn't there.